So there is another few tools that I have not mentioned just really quickly. I wanted to go over this. This won't take very long at all. Over here in our tool palette, we've got some different options in here. So the red eye tool, that should be pretty obvious. If you had somebody with a red eye, you could come in and fix that. We don't have that problem here, so you'll just have to see how that works if you ever have the need. But the patch tool under here is interesting. I'm not a big fan of it because you need to work directly on your source layer. So to use the patch tool, let's say I'm going to take out this crease here. I'm going to very carefully hand draw around that, and then by dragging this a little bit to an area where we don't have a crease, I can hit Control D now and crease is gone. Okay, like I said, you have to work directly in your source layer. So not a great tool, but definitely a big help, and I'm sure that there are going to be instances where it will come in handy. So here, let's take a look at the healing brush tool. Now here we can use our patch layer, and it is going to sample more or less the overall texture and some of the color. So it's not quite the same as the stamp tool, but it does take care of some of these problems. So here we go. We need to select to current and below, just like we would with our stamp tool. And here I'm going to make sure that this brush hardness is all the way down. And I'm going to define my source area, and then here we go. We can take that little crease out for a little baby's head, just like that. Now, there are some places where you're not going to be able to use it really well. Let's take a look at those. So here, if I wanted to fix his hair, you'll see that it's kind of working, but kind of not the right use for that tool. So you kind of have to get a feel for it. So let's go back and undo those. And let's see what happens if we try and use the healing brush here to fix this. So it kind of works, but then again, it gets a little messy. So maybe we can do this, but I think overall I would probably prefer to use the clone tool on that. Here, for simple things like this on the face, this is probably a very appropriate use for it. And notice again that I am resampling all the time, trying to get different areas so that I don't make a pattern. And see how you do with that. So you've got a bunch of tools. You've got the clone tool, you've got the adjustment layers, patch tool, and the healing brush tool. So most of those tools are right here next to each other in a nice editing area of our tool palette. So take the time to check them out, see which one works best for you.